Hi everyone, this is Gerard, and I want to do a video today on Security Plus so you can get an idea if you think this is worth it. I'm going to give you my opinion as well, so I hope this helps you. Let's get started. Okay, so the Security Plus was recently updated last year, and it is 40% more comprehensive than it was in the past. Now, I recently took the Security Plus. This is the 601 test, and that's the one that I'm going to be discussing today. The 601 I found is definitely a longer test, and we're going to go over the stats in a little bit. This is a more respected test now than ever before. It has evolved, in my opinion, in a test that I think is perfect for that individual entering cybersecurity. And even though it's entry level, I feel that it is more competitive than ever, the test itself. So let's get into it. Okay, so as far as studying is concerned, this right here, Comptia Security Plus, Get Certified, Get Ahead. Daryl Gibson is the author. This is the book that I went over prior to taking this test. Now, note that I do have a considerable amount of experience in cybersecurity, and I am also a programmer. I've been doing it for many years, so it was easier to kind of look at it, skim through it. But even if you are a seasoned professional, I still suggest getting a study guide, whether it's this or another one, looking through it, getting acquainted, because just because you have working knowledge and you're doing it day in and day out, this is more of an academic, kind of learning. You may know something, but you may not know it by that particular term. So regardless whether you are a seasoned professional or a beginner, you still want to get some kind of a study guide. So this right here, I think it's straightforward. The link is going to be below in the description for those of you who want to purchase that. And I also want to show you the blog and the comparison, because again, this is the 601. This replaced the 501. So let's just kind of see the breakdown of that. Okay, so this is the blog of the author of that book that I just showed you. He's pointing out some of the differences here. And sorry about this, I just gotta kind of turn my head because I'm looking at this monitor. And as you can see, if you look at the breakdown, the 601 differences is pretty substantial. We have now phishing, smishing, which is basically a text messaging version of phishing. You have 33 line items with phishing and smishing, and then some additional updated material. Okay, not to mention the plethora of other materials that have been added. Here we go. SYO-601 adds about 40% content. So this isn't as much as that quote beginner test from years ago when they began to have this test. It definitely stepped up. It's more respectable, and think about it, 40% more content, and a lot of this is a lot of updated technologies. I mean, obviously technology is changing every day, and that's the thing. You have to be updated on the very latest. I mean, this 601 test was fun to take. I think it really it even tested some of my knowledge. Okay, and it was. I'm not sure if I had to review the book, but I'm glad that I did, because it would have been kind of embarrassing to fail the 601. But if you're not in the industry and you're not quite familiar, you don't need experience to pass this. Okay, and I think this is a great entry level. Get the book, go online. There's a lot of free videos out there, and just put the time in. Every day, do a little bit more, and I think you'll be pleasantly surprised that I didn't find it, even some people that I know that took it for the first time, they didn't find it that difficult. But remember, you have to put the time into it. cryptography not removed. Okay. This I think is very important here. So the 601 tests your knowledge on scripting, and this is really what the previous test just didn't have. It wasn't as involved, and these are some very useful things that you're going to use in everyday life if you're pen testing, or again if you're just working in the cybersecurity industry. So it's covering Python, macros, Visual Basic applications, VBA, and there's several references to scripting, including the objectives. Okay, blah blah blah. Python is a rich programming language, absolutely, and there's a lot of scripts that you can get off the web, and you can even write your own coding using Python. It's an really easy to understand language, and I highly recommend it. So, okay, I'm not going to start reading word for word. I'm going to put the link to this down below, and you can go to this website. But I just wanted to show you some of the differences here between the updated test and the previous test. Okay, so another thing I like about this test, and really any Comptia test for this matter, is after you pass the test, you can log into your control panel, and it's really easy where you can go ahead and send emails to those who are interested. Let's say you are applying for a job, and you click the button and off goes the information regarding your test. They also have Comptia digital badging, which is kind of interesting. So let's say you get more than one certification, and let's say you get 2, 3, I think 2 certifications, they have different badges, but even if you get more, then you have a title. For example, I'm going to show you digital badging here. Let's go to that digital badging website. Okay, so here's basically what it explains. Okay, and I really think that this is neat. And as Comptia progresses in their respect that they're getting in the industry because of their really good material, and I have to admit, their Pentest Plus, it doesn't get as much recognition as some of the other tests. However, I'm finding it to be even more practical, and I just recently took the updated Pentest Plus test, which is the newest version that just came out a few months ago, and it was good. And I thought, again, I think this test needs to be respected more in the industry, but I'll get to that in another video. So here we go, digital badge. So what is a digital badge? And again, you can go to their website, it has more information on it. But basically, this is to showcase the certifications and skill sets to your professional network. All right, so that's pretty neat. You can share your digital badges online, so it's going to have your name to kind of make it official. So over here, for example, it's going to look something like this. Okay, issuer Comptia, and the CYSA is similar to the CASP that I have. I probably should have got the CYSA first. It's not as advanced as the CASP, but here I'll show you. Okay, as we go down here, the individual Comptia certifications eligible for digital badges. So let's just say you wanted to get a unique title, put it on your resume, which I think is, again, very useful. Comptia core skills certification, so they're giving you the whole rundown right here. Okay, and then Comptia career pathway, Pentest Plus. Now let's go professional certifications. Okay, then they have the list of the ones that are not eligible for digital badges. Essentially what they're doing is they're grouping your skills together to categorize you to the potential employer or whoever, to kind of paint that picture for you. And it's definitely helpful if you are the employer. And I've hired many people within the industry, and I'm an advocate of the certification. So we have here, okay, Comptia Cloud Admin Professional, for example, you would need these two certifications to get that title right there. So, for example, Pentest Plus. Okay, so you see this here, the CASP. This is a certification that I have that I recently took. It's very similar to the CISSP because I was the one paying for this and a company wasn't paying for it for me. I just took the CASP. It's almost the same as the CISSP. So anyway, I have this Pentest Plus I passed, and the security. So let's just say I wanted to take the CYSA, then I would hold this digital badge. I would be considered a Comptia infrastructure security expert, ladies and gentlemen. Sounds pretty cool, huh? So right now, I am a measly network vulnerability assessment professional. I am a CNVP. Again, I do have this, so I would need that, and then I am considered an expert. So watch out, everybody. If I get this CYSA, I am an infrastructure security expert. But anyway, I just thought this would be also neat so that I can show you what the future holds if you want to continue with Comptia, which here's why I like Comptia. The certifications are practical, they make sense, they're getting more respect in the industry than ever before. And hey, if you're paying out of pocket, you know, these certifications range anywhere from $400 to $600, okay? You know, compare this to the CEH, where you're looking at $2,000. I mean, that's why I took the Pentest Plus, and it's not much different. In fact, some say it's more applicable. But anyway, that's a debate for another day. Now let's jump to the CASP. You do not need the documented experience, but they do recommend 10 years, well, 5 to 10 years experience in the industry. Do I think the security test, I don't want to get too far off on a tangent, but Security Plus, do I think it's worth it? Absolutely. And I suggest that if you are getting into the industry, that you go ahead and start studying for it ASAP. One last thing, I want to go to some of these job websites. Let's see how many of these companies are requiring this test. Okay, so here we go. And by the way, for those of you who are hearing some snoring, my dog is right over here, and I apologize if that's kind of throwing you off a little bit. I didn't have the heart to kind of kick her out while I was doing this video, so sorry about that. As far as the jobs here, let's take a look. Okay, over 8,000 jobs listed for those who have the Security Plus certification, and you will see what they're requiring. Okay, for example, this right here is Indeed.com, and all I did was type in jobs for Comptia Security Plus certifications, and I got a few links, and I clicked on this one. That's it. So, you know, salary $90,000 to $120,000. Over here, they're saying $48,000 to $101,000. I mean, hey, that's pretty broad difference in salaries. Okay. And we keep going lower here, 75 to 85, okay, whatever. This one over here, $20 to $32 an hour. So you're going to see many different jobs. Let's just click one here and kind of get the rundown of how they are asking for this certification. So what we look for, we have done, okay, networking knowledge, excellent customer service skills. Okay, that's interesting. Proficiency, there we go, skills, proficiency in LAN. Okay, now look at the requirements. So requirements they're looking for is Comptia A+ required after 90 days of hire. So think about this. You go, you get your Security Plus test, and then you apply, and heck, they don't even have to, you know, deal with that because you already have it. So in my opinion, I think you would be a much better candidate than for someone that they have to, you know, consider and then hope that they pass the tests and, you know, whatever. So paid time off, okay, la 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 la. All right, so anyway, I think you get the picture. As far as the jobs, is there a lot of jobs out there? And just with the certification, will you be able to start in the industry? I absolutely do think that you will be able to start in the industry. I also suggest hands-on skills. Go to one of those websites, Hack the Box, TryHack. No, just join, do some bug bounty hunting if you do have experience. Get involved, show that you're a member of one of these websites, show what bugs you found, so on and so forth, and that's going to show that you have some real hands-on experience. And that should also fill the void if you don't have a certification. And then, you can always apply to a job like that says in 90 days you'll get the certification. But because you have some of that hands-on experience, it's very helpful. So I hope this helped. I'll be making more videos. And if you like this video and you want to support me, please go ahead and do so. And it will motivate me to do more videos. You take care and have a wonderful day.